qualifying the lead. So we have a $450 minimum, and then you want to ask, what services are they wanting? Look at the area and surrounding, which is Google Maps. How soon do they want the work done? This is key, right? Because guess what? Our competitor might show up with their service truck and say, we can do it right here, $300, you know what I mean? Let's do it right now. We run into that kind of stuff, you know? So you got to be prepared. How soon do you want the work done? Because, you know, if it's a $3,000 ticket, I'll move heaven and earth to get that job done. You know what I mean? I'll call some of the $500 or $600 jobs and say, hey, Miss Susie, is it okay if we bump you just a couple days? Is that okay? You know, and sometimes they're like, oh yeah, not a problem, you know? So you got to fit their needs, right? We're a service company. We want to serve these people. Yeah.
How do you bring up your 450 minimum?
How do I bring up my 450 minimum?
How do the customers find out about your minimum?
So we will vet them on the phone from the office. So when they call, it's like, great, I want my windows cleaned. Great, that's great. We want to make sure, you know, we have a $450 minimum, just letting you know. And then you just set the standard up right from the get-go. That way when the territory manager goes out, you know, he's like, it's 450, then they're like not shocked, you know. And you gotta feel the customer out too, you know, and that's hard to teach a dispatcher, but in the script, you gotta feel them out, because sometimes we don't say right from the office, we won't say we have a $450 minimum because we want to scare them away. Right. That way you still have the opportunity to go out there and quote everything, and then on my packages, and we'll see this afternoon, on my packages I'll write no less than, you know, $450, whatever that is. Right. And that's for a first-time customer. After that, there's no minimum. We'll do a patio. You know, if they got a party, we'll go do their back deck, whatever it is, right? So kind of set that up when they call. You want to do it in the initial, though, as best you can, you know what I mean, and kind of feel that situation out. So why are they cleaning things up? Are they having a party? You know, those kinds of things. Why did they call us? What made us stand out? Were they just calling through the yellow pages or just through Google, right? And saying, oh, I'm calling 1, 2, 3, I need 3 quotes. You know, finding this information out is key. And then are they getting other quotes? And then explain our system. So it's really key why we're different. I always say, yeah, you know, they're like, do I need to be home? Yeah, you need to be home. Why? I'm just getting a pressure washing quote, right? Well, no, it's actually soft washing, and we love to tell you why we're different, you know? And then those are the buzzwords they want to hear. What do you mean you're different? Well, we actually use, you know, a 12-volt SureFlow pump. We're more like a pest control company. So now we're not going to the power washing side. We're going to the pest control model. So we're adding value. Now they're like, what do you mean? Well, actually, we just spray your house. It disappears in front of your eyes, and we rinse it off with garden hose like pressure. And they're like, oh, okay. You know, so it's education, educating your customer. And then how did they hear about us? So again, that's the number one question we need to ask. If we didn't get it at the office for some reason, you know, the territory manager needs to fill out that box on our quote sheet. How did they hear about us? Because that's replication of effort, right? If it was a flyer, guess what I'm going to be doing? More flyers. If it was Google, more Google, right? Facebook, whatever it is. You want to replicate those efforts. And you got to play a little bit, you know what I mean? Like, for instance, we started doing raindrop gutter covers. So what did I do? I went and spent $4,500 and got my competitor's product on my house, because I want to make sure that I'm providing the best service. So sometimes you got to put your money where your mouth is, right? So I got it. We don't really like it. And this product is way better, so now what can I say? You know, I've had the competitor's product on my house. They're like, why'd you do that? Well, you know, I want to make sure I'm providing the best service to my customers. They love that. I mean, be honest, right?